Domestic violence is a crisis that doesn't discriminate. It crosses boundaries of age, background, race and community. It's a scourge that we must confront with empathy, courage and a shared commitment to change. The statistics tell the story. 1 in 4 women in Australia has experienced violence from a partner. And shockingly, 58 women have died from domestic violence this year alone. These deaths impact far beyond the family unit, to our workplaces, to our schools and public spaces, affecting our sense of safety and belonging. Domestic violence isn't just physical. It can be financial, it can be emotional or psychological. But while invisible, these are just as damaging. We need to make sure that all survivors feel seen, that they feel safe seeking help, and that they're able to rebuild their lives with dignity. While domestic violence doesn't discriminate, it does disproportionately affect First Nations women, queer women, and women living with a disability. At the City of Sydney, we are doing everything we can to help and support the domestic and family violence sector. We're doing that through funding, through education, and through partnerships. We've invested over $1 million in the sector since 2017, and this year alone, we've provided $242,000 to projects which offer targeted support and safe spaces for those in need. One of the hardest aspects of leaving a domestic violence situation is finding safe, affordable accommodation. At the City, we provided $3 million to Wesley Community Services to develop 74 new homes in Glebe. They'll provide affordable housing in perpetuity to those who need it most, including women over 55 and families with young children. We've also sold 2 one-bedroom units in Potts Point to the B Miles Women's Foundation, who will use these spaces for women to prevent or escape homelessness. And we've sold 7 properties in Darlinghurst to Common Equity, who will create the first dedicated housing project for trans women in Australia. Inside our own organisation, we have raised awareness, we promote gender equality and model respectful relationships. In 2011, the City introduced paid domestic and family violence leave, which is now 10 days a year, which helps provide time for staff to navigate the complex route out of a DV situation. It's not enough to only respond to the effects of domestic violence. We must address its roots. Education is essential. Young people need to learn about healthy relationships. They need to learn about respect and empathy. They need to know that asking for help is a sign of strength. I'm proud of the programs our City supports in schools and youth centres to promote these values and prevent violence before it begins. We're taking action, working with community organisations, health services and law enforcement agencies. We want to create more support for survivors and early intervention programs. We're helping to create safe houses and ensure women feel safe and supported every time they come to work in the City of Sydney. We know our work is far from finished, so we want to stand united to end domestic and family violence in all its forms and to build a future grounded in respect, safety and compassion.